Tulsa, Reynolds Stadium, home of the Razorbacks. And this big crowd has already been serenading their beloved team with Whoa Big Suey. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. And it's caught from inside the 20. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. The Missouri Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Well, Kirk, you could just feel the emotion, the intensity of this rivalry game right now.
Well, one thing we know is you work year-round for a rivalry game, and now it's right before your eyes. Let's see how these guys play today.
Takes the handoff on the counter play.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Here's a toss play now, running to the right. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
They'll kick it away here. And here's the return. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Look at this, taking this shot on the very first play. Oh, it's incomplete, almost a disastrous play here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up. And sometimes you can get sacked.
Looks like he's going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's fourth down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. And the same runner's got it again. Quick juke. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Boy, the speed of this back is impressive today for Arkansas. And they've had some big-time backs that have played in Fayetteville. Darren McFadden, one of my favorite players that I ever saw play in the SEC. Felix Jones with speed on the outside. And today, this guy's showing what he can do.
Again, makes it second and medium. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's escaping the pocket now. Looking right, this one caught. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary and potentially a big play. Read option, the quarterback keeps it, And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. The Razorbacks line up with a 1st and goal. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
He's swarmed by the defense.
And great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the 2-point try.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
This is good pressure by the defense. It just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. The pocket breaking down. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Chris, that's another sack for this guy. That's back-to-back plays. This guy's been able to get to this quarterback. Man, he is in a zone and feeling good right now. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm either rolling away from that guy or you got to think about doubling.
And the result is going to be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up the safety. No fair catch. Looking to return this punt.
Return is tackled at the 46. And your Arkansas Razorbacks will take
And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. 1st and 10 play coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense wraps him up. So it's Arkansas in front. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
Buying time. Moving to his left. Pass caught. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. And the Razorbacks looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hogs. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And he converts the two-point try. That makes it a 16-point game now.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And he fields it inside the 15. And he's brought down after a decent return out of the 31. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. Throw to the running back in the flat. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. QB decides to keep it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field to 5 wide.
Oh, my gosh. Give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position.
They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Touchdown, Razorbacks. Big impact play by the special teams. An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
And he makes the grab, a successful two-point try, and they bump the lead up even more. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he boots it high into the air. This will be down in the opponent's end near midfield. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll throw it now. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The Razorbacks lining up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the 4th quarter, really starts to wear you out.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready?
Set up now at the 2-yard line. Can they score here on a 3rd down play? On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. And out comes the field goal unit. This will be a chip shot from just 20 yards away. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And they bring him down after a solid game, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Bringing pressure. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. There's contact on the throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He was on target with his first try. See if he can keep it going from 34 yards away. And it's good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Razorbacks will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 6. Job by the coverage team. And And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first-half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 38.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Razorbacks with 1st and 10 here. Looking for his big tight end. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to...
Touchdown, Arkansas. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Well, the energy really building now, Kirk. If they're not careful, this could get ugly.
Chris, this offense has been impressive the entire game. One of the great things about rivalry games is you'll never forget this kind of performance.
Now the try for 2. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion as they add a little more salt in the wound here. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll give it to the running back. He shreds the tackle. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to...
Got him. He's sacked.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Running out of time in the pocket. The protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
See if he can make something happen with the return. You can see he's a dangerous return man. They finally grab him, but he sets the offense up in pretty good field position. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And the Razorbacks hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Hogs. And the route is on. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The back's got it on a counter. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And now the running back's got it again. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the mark. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Forced to kick it away for the 6th time. See if he can make a play on this return. Great move in the open field. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. And it's incomplete. And a very quick throw. Incomplete. So it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. And as we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
That play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 5 now. He'll hand it off. He's swarmed by the defense.
Chris, what the heck? Might as well go for it here on 4th down. You have such a big lead. What do you have to lose? Let's see the coach and what decision he comes up with.
4th and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? From the gun, he looks for an open man. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Quarterback drops back. Looks to the left. Pass caught. And he'll make it into the end zone to increase the lead even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Going to try to use his legs here. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's running out of time here. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the
pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Man, how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points, and here we are in the 4th quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
Finally a spark for this offense that has really struggled so far today. Just got to hope it's not too late on their end.
Finally, Chris, where has that been? The line does their job, the quarterback with a nice throw. Now you want to see these guys finally get a chance to get on the scoreboard. They can't miss out on this opportunity.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. The pass rush closing in. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Man, how impressive have these guys been in this football game? I really expected to see a very different outcome with the hype of this quarterback and the way he's played most of this year. But this defense has held him under 200 yards passing. They've got a nice lead, and they are not.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Tackle made after a big gain.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play and try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Come on, set.
Quarterback still with the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
42 Spider.
The shotgun running play call. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. The ball is picked off. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. sack sets up second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Eludes the rush. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
That sack sets up a third down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas. Wow, what a play. A defensive score.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score for Arkansas 61, Missouri 0.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. This has been a monumental mismatch, a beatdown for the ages. It's almost over, thankfully. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He flips it to the back across the middle. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be... And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And he throws his third interception of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? At the 10 now. Touchdown, Hogs. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender could.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here.
Green 25.
And he'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He makes it into the end zone to add 2 more to the lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Grab down the middle. It's Booker.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving his quarterback opportunities.
The completion makes it 2nd and short.
Get set, get set.
And he drops back in the gun. Defense is coming after him. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Context as he let the ball go. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood this scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Punt team ready to boot it away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. First down here for this offense.
Here we go.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. If anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. So another W today as this team continues to pursue perfection. It's going to take a really good team to knock off this bunch, Kurt.
Well, when you're trying to look at teams who are championship caliber teams, you look for every aspect. And I'm talking about the offense, the defense, special teams. When it's crunch time, how do they play? And the entire year, it seems like they just continue to get better in every aspect. It's going to be fun to see where this team ends up.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.